I'm gonna do more runs so you can see it. It's like the freest shit ever. I'm probably gonna submit that PB. Oh wait, shit! I turned off the chat. I didn't mean to do that. Let me just turn it back on. Who found this trick? I don't know. I mean, honestly, Quidditch is so fucking buggy. Like, there have been so many glitches to do with Quidditch found. Does it just skip the practice? No, it makes... Because that shit is boring as fuck. Yeah, it skips... It's not a skip. It's like an exploit to make the Quidditch opponent, like the enemy seeker, kill you faster. And you'll see it in a few minutes. I'll show it off. But it means that we actually play 5 matches now instead of 4. Because it's like Quidditch is so fast now that it's faster to play Quidditch after turning into Goyle than to walk down the staircase.
Om jag vill klättra över låga murar behöver jag bara gå in i dem. Jag kan använda den här stenfiguren som mål för min Lumos-formel.
Maybe you just dreamed someone found it and that'd be funny. I don't know who found it. I asked Flo who found it, but he didn't respond yet.
Ändå på den där väskan för att tippa den över kanten.
Wait, really another Quidditch? Yeah, look at my splits. There's 5 Quidditches now. You don't do a reload there? I don't do a reload anywhere. And this present got even worse. But it kind of didn't, though, because even though there's now 5 Quidditch matches, we spend less time playing Quidditch. Overall, I think. Is that slower or just some dumb stuff? Wait, is what's... I don't reload, period. Principles? I mean, yeah, I just don't... It's not a legitimate trick, so I don't do it. And that means that I can't map, like I can't map walk and I can't score transfer, but I can do this glitch. Like, it's like if you, it's like I don't consider reloading to be a legitimate like strategy, so I don't use it myself. Would you lose then if you can't map walk? Not as much as you think. Like, not being able to reload or not reloading the game loses you a lot more in boosting than it does in not being able to map walk. In fact, I don't even know if map walk's in the run anymore because of this nuke trick.
Och koncentrera dig på symbolen framför dig. Ser du trollstaven?
Map walking only saves a few seconds, actually. I'm pretty sure, like, it just saves part of a cutscene. Map walk is so awful, I know. Well, I told people to ban this trick and they didn't do it, so now they made their bed, they got a lie in it, I guess. But yes, I don't do map walk, I don't reload boost, I don't score I can't score transfer either. But I don't really need to in this, and I don't run any cats where I would score. The shitty ass Fame Perfect bullshit, yeah. Yeah, I told people reloading was no good, and then they kind of didn't believe me. And then someone's like, hey, here's a hardware dependent trick that relies on it. I'm like, told you. Told you that shit was no good, no bueno.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa rond. 10 poäng till Gryffindor.
Makes them a lot easier? Of course it does. That's the whole point. But I will say that they're like doing it manually is not that hard. It's just slower. Like manually boosting. Okay, so boosting with reloads is, the way I would say is like, reload boosting is free, manual boosting is easy. It's not free, but it's not hard. Like, it's, if you take the time to get good at it, that's slower. If you take the time to actually practice boosting manually, it is not that bad. Like, you can get really good at it. And I think people are so like used to reloading that even though they acknowledge, like the worst part is that people acknowledge that it's not a legitimate trick, but they still don't do anything about it because they're just too used to it at this point. They would rather do a trick they know is cheating than change their habits. And that's just fucked up. But I'm not surprised.
Alla hur många? Riktigt sant. Riktigt sant. Bra. Riktigt sant. Bra.
Banning it would make the world record. Not really. No, you would have to move every. That's not the issue. Like, so don't like getting this shit invalidated. Yes, but we did it. Like, the stupid thing is, we literally did it once before already. Like, there's precedent for doing that. Like, I agree. That's like, it's like we're in a really bad situation right now. But like, of the two options, just letting people cheat is not the best one. The 60 FPS, exactly. Yeah, precisely that. Same deal. 120 got moved to CE. It like, basically the leaderboards were entirely, like, effectively every run was invalidated, and we just started over. So I'm basically saying that we need to do that again, because after the 60 FPS switch, people started doing another illegitimate strategy. So like, we wouldn't have this problem if people just hadn't done it to begin with and like looked into it more. Okay, that actually worked. Wow. Like, I really blame myself for not objecting to reloads at the time. New trick. Hey, Daddy Dabs. Yeah, you'll see it in a minute. Ooh, nice gold. Yeah, there's a new trick. So in Quidditch now, please give me good RNG. Yeah, so Quidditch is now a lot faster. TLDR. No, you're kidding me. Bad RNG after that godlike start. That's so sad. Yeah, we no longer have like free time save everywhere, so we actually have to play good now. Thing is, back then the times were nowhere near as optimized, and now there's a lot more people. Yeah, but I've been saying reloading was whack since 2017. We load the game off a homebrew program. Yeah, bro, that shit ain't good. That shit ain't right. I'm pushing for a new load method. The thing is, it kind of sucks and would invalidate the whole leaderboard. You gotta. This is why you need to think of this stuff before it becomes an issue. This is why you need people like the person I should have been. I should have been that person to say, hey, this is no good. I waited too long. And then it was... Like, I've been saying this trick was no good since 2017. So people have had plenty of time to fucking get this shit. We didn't really know about the alternative until recently. That's not really a good excuse if you think about it. Oh my god. That's really not a good gameplay if you think about it. Oh my god, I got hit again. That was nowhere near me. You should never have allowed homebrew to begin with. If you think about it. The solution is just to not allow, like, modded shit, you know? Like, it could have been avoided entirely. Would have to buy a PAL TV to play the game? So be it. So you gotta buy the proper equipment. Which would be awful. Better than using homebrew. Or you could have just separated the leaderboards between NTSC and PAL. You could have just had 2 different leaderboards. It's also an option. I just don't. There's no excuse for. It already is separated. So yeah, there's no excuse for allowing like modded hardware that affects the game like that. You should be more. If you can, it's better to just be more vigilant and say no. You have to do it legit. PAL is basically a different game. Yeah. So what's the issue? If you have the hardware, you can play it. I don't see the problem with saying, especially if it's a different game. If it's like a separate leaderboard, you can only participate in that leaderboard if you have the equipment. That's just like any video game. You can only play Luigi's Mansion if you have a GameCube or a Wii to begin with. So, like... Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the alternative is compromising the integrity of the game. Half-Life speedrunning was pay to win. Yeah, so... A similar thing happened. Asking people to invest several hundred, not people out anymore to run the game kind of sucks. You're not asking people to invest, you're saying you can't use homebrew software. You have to play legit. Unless you can... You would have to invest in a PAL TV. Yeah, but you're saying we're forcing people to get a PAL. I don't think of it like that. I think it's more like you have to play it legit. You can't. I would rather say that homebrew should be considered cheating or considered invalid, because like if your argument for allowing something is saying that the alternative is expensive, you're not really arguing about. You're not really having an argument about like Wii's are expensive. Video games are expensive. Like. There is always going to be a barrier of entry, and allowing homebrew just to remove the barrier of entry is a bad idea. Allowing people to run on like unofficial shit, not a good idea. Not a good way to solve that problem. Because I don't think it is a problem. Everything has a barrier of entry. If you want to be the world record in Mario Sunshine, you gotta play on the Japanese version. Especially because, like, you can still compete against the other NTSC people, so it's not like you're stopping people from playing the game. Do you just sacrifice integrity to allow more people to play a game? Why? Fuck this chick a lot? Yeah, I'm just bad at it, don't worry about it. Split categories. Yeah, so the categories are already separate, so it's not like you're locked out of getting the record. You can still get... You can still get the NTS... You can still compete against your NTSC buddies. It's not like you're locked out of competing in the game. And yeah, so like what's the issue? You just can't, like, that's the same thing with every video game. There is a barrier to entry, which is having the recording equipment, having the game, having the console, having the skill to play it at a high level. There's always going to be barriers. You can't just start allowing random shit because you don't like having to shell out because one category is more expensive to play than the other. Like, that's not worth it. Now, there can be times when it is worth it to make concessions. Like, you know, I just think you have to be careful with how you do it. I went in, okay. Fuck. Could have been worse. Oop. Let's be careful here. I think if you're going to allow people to compete on homebrew, you can't let them compare to actual runners of the game. You have to separate it. Is the X story banned yet? Yes. You don't have to show the oh, so I'm playing in full screen. So sorry, I don't play in windowed mode. For the same reason that, like, I don't consider using, like, I don't, part of the reason why I think reloading is not legit
Dipendo.
is because it requires launch options. Like, it requires you to mess with the game's, like, launch parameters.
Skirt.
So I don't play in window mode. Full screen. No, it's fine. Okay, well, it depends on your computer. On some hardware, yeah, it doesn't work in full screen. But, and that was the case for me, so I had to build a separate computer, but they fixed it. So it used to not really work in full screen for me, and then they updated the drivers for my graphics card, and now it does. So I got off the hook. So I'm fine. Like, it's fine in full screen. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't take that much out. Yeah, we're behind. This is a bad run. Why people play windowed and glitchless? Because they're used to it. Again, the problem with allowing shit like that is that, like, the purpose of allowing windowed mode is so that people who only have, like, one monitor... Actually, no, there isn't any fucking purpose. It was just allowed because there were no rules back then. Like, we didn't have good rules. Windowed mode should have never been allowed, is what I'm saying, because it's not a native mode for the game. You have to force it into windowed mode. And look what happened because of it.
Idag har du äran att få duellera med stolta elever.
That was a really good duel. Yeah, cool. Like, the game cannot, by default, run in windowed mode. You have to mess with its launch parameters to get it to run in windowed mode. And because of that, it opens you up to, like, all sorts of, like, the only reason we have to use the frame rate limiter is because people want to run in windowed mode. That would be fucking terrible. Well, I wouldn't mind windowed mode, but it needs a patch. Like, the game is not... So here's the problem. If you... It's the same shit. It's the same exact argument. If you allow windowed mode, you have to use a patch, because if you play windowed mode just organically, like, if you want to allow the windowed mode launch option, you have to do a few things. You have to mandate that everyone uses a custom-made patch that I developed. So if I hadn't developed that patch, you'd still be stuck with the UX story. No, okay, so the game, as it comes, if you just buy the game, like, or download it or whatever, and just open it up, it will be locked to your monitor's refresh rate by default, just natively. That's just how the game works.
5 poäng till Gryffindor.
If you then, so my monitor is running at 60 hertz right now. So the game is locked to 60 FPS. By default, that's just the native behavior. Does that mean it could be 120 for some monitors? Yes. So my monitor, I have a high refresh rate monitor, but I lower it so that it's fair. Because if I was just allowed to play at a higher, like 144 FPS, that wouldn't be fair. So we had to put a restriction. Oh, you can just lower it. Yeah, you can lower it.
15 poäng till Gryffindor.
Yeah, so basically, oh, you have advertisements, but yeah, I recommend that everyone download AdBlock for Twitch. Also, here's the new trick. Me getting just destroyed by Malfoy. 1000 FPS, no reload world record. So that's the new trick, also. Because I paused at the beginning of the match and selected the 6th match, even though it was locked, it gives Malfoy the property of match number 6 Malfoy. So it makes him, like, super strong. So he kills me really quickly. But yeah. But yeah, so the way Harry Potter works is, oh no, don't tell me sorry I missed the new trick because of ads.
Defender.
Oh my god, what? That was so many boosts and it didn't even get. Yeah, okay, you missed the new trick, first of all. But don't worry. Nice free. Yeah, I know, I love it too. It's so nice. I have to cancel mini glitch here. Oh my god, dude. No, don't worry, we do it 4 more times. Also, I suggest getting ad block for Twitch. I will link it too if you need me to. Don't give Jeff Bezos any of your money. Okay, right here. There's a Twitch ad block. Wow, yeah, there is. Did not know that. It actually works pretty well. I'm surprised they haven't really cracked down on it. Oh yeah, Dumbledore skip. Okay. But yeah. You will see the trick again 4 more times, don't worry. I can link it in the chat after the run. Just like remind me to link you the ad block shit after I finish the run. Alright, so here's the glitch coming up right now. Chrome? Yeah, it works on all browsers. At least it works on the major browsers. So first we Quidditch Warp, and then I pause, and just click on match 6 like that. So notice how Malfoy is just gonna destroy my face. Check this out. He just fucking murders me in cold blood.
Otur Potter. Dunkarna blev för mycket.
Yeah, so that happened. Please give me a frog, I need one. How? I'm not sure why it works. You're gonna see it 3 more times. But it works. So you pause at the start of a Quidditch match. It's so easy. You just pause at the beginning of the match. It just works. Yeah. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Wow, that was a really dumb way to lose time. Damn, if I PB with this, I'm gonna be upset. The start of a Quidditch match, you just, you pause and select match 6, and then Malfoy, and then whoever the seeker is behaves as if it was match 6. So they just get really strong. Like, they take steroids. I for one, vote to call the trick, like, just steroids. So it doesn't know the route, yeah. Also, I've been playing it for more than 10 years, actually. Alright, so then... Oh, fuck, I did it wrong again. Let's do it again. So I pause, click on match 6, and now Malfoy is on fucking steroids.
Här kommer Gryffindors sökare. Här kommer Slytherins sökare. Min uggla landar på mig hårdare.
But yeah, I've been playing this game for more than 10 years at this point.
Kommer att krascha. Ingen mer Quidditch idag för den olycksdrabbade spelaren.
Wow, that was bad dialogue too, I think. Yeah, that time loss is from me walking the wrong way because I'm stupid and I'm not used to the route yet. Alright, so let's set up another Quidditch Warp. So I first played this game when HP 3 came out, which was 04. So now we just go right to Quidditch Common Room. To Southern Common Room. So I played this game in like 2004 or something. So I've been playing it for 18 years. I mean, I first played it 18 years ago, yeah. And I've been running it since 2015, on and off. So that's, yeah, about 7 years, I guess. Yeah, I was a little kid when I first played it. I played the first 4 as a little kid and Quidditch World Cup. There we go.
En Gryffindor-spelare förlorar kontrollen. Potter är ute ur leken.
This is basically even with PB after that little mishap. Alright, so now we go right... Like,
Är du
that
intresserad av
skips
ett
so
byte?
much. We just go right to Spongify. I still can't believe how much time that saves. And there could be even more glitches we don't even know about. Like, it seems like there's just more and more shit just eventually keeps getting found. Not just in this game, but... You know. Hey, Mr. Sam. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think a lot of people stopped after the 4th game, after how shit it was. Yeah, so I think same here, Richie. I was...
Koncentrera dig på symbolen framför dig. Låt inte mitt vackra utseende distrahera dig.
I would have been like
Trollstaven
7,
som
I
dyker upp
guess.
framför dig
I don't
kommer att
know.
röra sig längs formen. När trollstaven
Yeah.
är placerad precis över pilen trycker du på
No, I was
motsvarande
6. I was
piltangent
6
för att
years old.
träffa målet. Den här övningen består av 3 delar. I varje del måste du träffa alla spetsar i rätt ordning för att få fortsätta. Rond 1, kör!
Yeah, I was 6 years old when I played the first 3 in Quidditch. And then the 4th came out and I played that and I was like, what the fuck is this? But I assume these are the best ones.
Bra, Harry.
Depending on who you ask, Brother Bear is pretty good.
Fem
For
poäng till
speedrunning at
Gryffindor.
least.
Rond 2,
They're not quite
kör!
caught up to us in the 60 FPS thing yet, though. Shrek 2 is also by No Wonder. And that one is also, some people like that one.
Bra, Harry.
Nice
Du har
for
gått
Jay.
vidare till nästa rond.
But yeah, I played the
10
4th
poäng
game
till
and I was like,
Gryffindor.
Jesus Christ, this is
Rond
bad.
3,
So I skipped the
kör.
5th, and then a few years later when HP 6 came out, I played it, and I was like, wow, this is super boring. And that was the last one I played. I don't know why I thought it might be good. I think my dad just came home with it one day. He's like, hey, Ted, Harry Potter. Yeah, I don't know. And he was like, I know 4 was bad, but I figured, you know.
Övningarna.
Because I didn't think that they were all just going to start... Like, I didn't know at the time that they were just going to be shit from then on. I just figured that was, like, they had, like, one bad one, and then it was going to be good again. You know, I didn't understand that, like, it was made by a different studio. Because 4 really is shit. Like, it's so fucking bad. Oh, that's too many boosts. How did that gold? How the fuck did that gold? That wasn't even that good. 3 hours to open HP5. Yeah, dude, loading times on all PCs. I swear they pronounced Axio dumb as fuck. Yeah, they say Accio. I mean, dude, how would that have been said in the Latin, right? It's Latin, so... Same 4 levels over and over. Yeah, it had like 0 variety. It was just it was bad in a lot of ways. It was like very generic. It's supposed to, they say Axio and it's supposed to be Accio. Oh, I guess I got it mixed up. I don't know. I mean, that's the least of my problems with HP4. To summarize, I think the best way to summarize is that HP4 is like super generic, like shitty tie-in movie game. Well, the first 3 were pretty imaginative, I feel like, you know, pretty good video games. But number 4 is just like the blandest experience you can imagine. There's like no enjoyment to be gotten out of it. It's so boring.
Potter har ingen kontroll. Han är skadad. En Gryffindor-spelare är ute ur spelet.
The Gryffindor Seeker is out of the game. I've actually been playing this game so much, I'm starting to fucking understand Swedish.
Är du intresserad av ett byte?
Are these the most popular licensed game speedruns? So, HP2 used to be more popular, I think. Like, well, depends how you define popularity, right? Like, there used to be we used to have a lot of runners, like, from other communities who would play Harry Potter 2 and stuff. And Resp was decently popular. But the thing is, Harry Potter games are getting more viewership. There's The Hobbit. I think The Hobbit's basically the same level of popularity, though. So the thing is, like, Harry Potter speedruns on Twitch are getting more viewership now than they ever have. Like, they're more popular now than ever. And I think, but they don't feel like they're as popular because, like, more people watch HP speedruns than they used to, but fewer people play them. Nixo and Flo. Yeah, so Nixo has more viewers than anyone else playing these games. And I think, like, he has more viewers than anyone, like, on average, who has ever, like, seriously speedrun these, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think anyone is even close. Although, Resp, I think, would average, like, under 200, usually. I don't remember very clearly, but I clearly remember him getting, like, around 100 viewers on average, and I think Nixo beats that easily. But yeah, how many watch at their peak? Shit, I don't know. It's hard to remember. It was like 2014. Shit, that was so fucking slow. Oh, don't do that to me. I remember Rest, it depends, because like viewership on Twitch is really inconsistent. Over 100 during his Octos, really. See, I don't remember. Like that was you're talking about like 2014. That's a long ass time ago. I was in high school. I remember Resp, some days he would get like 75. Some days he would get over 100. I believe, but he wasn't like, I don't think he had a consistent streaming schedule. Fuck me. Oh, thank you. Frog that I don't need. I don't believe he streamed consistently, so he never had like a huge viewership. But yeah, like they got decent views. And Cinna got decent views as well. I don't think Cinna got more than like 70 average. Wow, we're almost behind now. Okay, thank goodness. Wait, Liam pops off when he does GS. Full series. Yeah, like, that's the thing about Twitch viewership. It's never, like, it's often not consistent. Fucking this up. I'm so bad at this strat. Saved. Oh, it's kind of slow. Still ahead, okay. Interesting. If we get a 2-cycle snake, then I think we can PB by a decent amount. Yeah, so viewership on Twitch, for most people, is not consistent. Because it just depends on like who else is streaming, like who's online, who's like available to watch at that moment. So it's hard to like, I mean, I guess you could ask, like, I feel like Cinna was getting like 50 to 60 back then on a good day. Resp usually got a little bit more than that. Again, we had more runners. Like we had more runners from other communities. Cinna also popped off. I don't really like pay attention to people's view counts that much. Is the thing. Like I know some people really care about like statistics and viewer counts and stuff, but hold on, I gotta focus. I don't really pay attention to that. Awesome. This is time save over PB. We are running against balance though, so that time save is distributed throughout all our splits. Should be good, yeah. TK also did. Oh yeah, TK used to get lots of viewers, but TK was popular before she started speedrunning this game though. So, like, yeah. Like, I think she already had partner, right? Before she even started just playing Harry Potter?
Defender.
I don't remember. Yeah, so, okay. I think Nixo is now more popular than TK was when she was at her peak. Nice gold.
Riktig centra.
Can't remember. But like, you gotta remember, TK also speedran other games.
Riktig centra.
So it's like... Fuck. Had 1 to 3 world records.
Defender.
Yeah, so... I don't know who was more popular. Like, it's so weird. What did TK do before Harry Potter? Zelda. She did Zelda.
Centra.
And then she switched to Harry Potter. See, that was the thing. We used to get a lot of runners from other games who would cross over and do Harry Potter runs as well. Like, we used to have a lot of Crash runners, a lot of Mirror's Edge runners, a lot of Zelda runners. Now the community is kind of isolated. Like, if you run Harry Potter, chances are, like, most of the big, or at least, like, the prominent Harry Potter runners, I don't like using the word big there, like, the prominent runners of these games mostly just run these games, or maybe also Brother Bear. I know nothing about TK PHP. Oh no, she was already like a prominent Zelda speedrunner. With Hogwarts Legacy, you never know. It could happen.
Riktig centra.
But
Riktig centra.
yeah, so these games, their popularity has gone up and down. They used to be more popular as speedruns, but now they're like more popular as Twitch games. Like, I don't know, it's weird to talk about it. Also, Twitch as a website got bigger, I think. Alright. I might go for 2 cycle here, we'll see. But, you know, growth is funny on Twitch, the way it works. Shit, I didn't pause my cast. Okay, okay. I think I'm gonna go for 2 cycle. Let me just, Shit. No, I'm not going for 2 cycle, never mind. Wow, another PB. Cool. Map casting moment. Yeah, I like map casting. Well, you got something against pause casting with the map? Back-to-back personal bests. Let's go. Back-to-back 3 cycle snakes. Also, not ideal. Awesome. Go for the hat trick. Oh, you know I'm going for the hat trick. Let's do a screenshot, though. Oh, let me close the game. I blink and then run minutes 10 minutes in. Yeah, dude, any percent is tiny. It's over so quick. Oh yeah, let me also show the frame rate.